Ancient Egypt is one of the oldest and most fascinating civilizations. The lower regions of Egypt touch the River Nile. The River Nile is a major north-flowing river that falls into the Mediterranean Sea. Ancient Egypt civilization grew by the borders of River Nile. Egyptian civilization is known for its traditions, and today we have some discoveries which are hard to believe. Egyptian is no less than a strange fiction tale, famous for mummies, pyramids, pharaohs, and astonishing architectural tombs. Among stories of ravishing Cleopatra and gods and goddesses, we will be sharing with you some terrifying recent discoveries from Egyptian civilization. Things you should know about ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt has blessed us with some iconic relics, and due to these remains of the past era, Egypt is known as the land of the pyramids. Egypt has always been a mystery, but there are a few things you need to know about Egypt. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos, and let's dive with us into Egyptian stories. Pyramids are not the only tale of Egypt. They were built for religious purposes. Egyptians believed in the afterlife. They also believed in a second self that also lives in a human, and they name it Ka. When the physical body expires, it was thought that Ka enjoys eternal life. Pharaohs and their families stay in pyramids after their deaths, along with food, gold, and other treasures believed to be needed. So, yeah, no hidden secret, pyramids are loaded with treasures. Since Egyptians believe in the afterlife, they used to mummify their loved ones, so their souls and live forever. So far, 130 total pyramids have been found on the land of Egypt. Makeup was not a feminine thing. Men and women both wore them, and it was considered a healing agent to protect them from scorching sunlight. Egyptians were really cool about women's empowerment and smashing the patriarchy. They were an intellectual civilization. They invented medicines, paper, pens, locks, and keys, cosmetics for both men and women, and even toothpaste. They used to consider cats as sacred animals and thought to bring good luck. They used to believe in gods and goddesses. Popular among them were Osiris, the king of living, Ra, the god of sun, Thoth, god of knowledge and wisdom. Recent discoveries that will wide open your eyes. The dramatic instances that happened under the sky of Egypt collapsed the whole civilization, and people fell into cannibalism. The frightening truth behind the end of Egyptian civilization is marked by economic decline and a breakdown in the centralized system of government. The old kingdom, which all of a sudden comes to an end, still has its unheard stories to speak. The drastic and abrupt climate changes in 2200 BC by the cores of the River Nile confirm another reason for the decline of Egyptian civilization. There were no signs of war nor widespread food shortage or violent human deaths. Either it was climate change or governmental failure. World lost Egypt, but its stories still echo and want to be heard. Egypt, the gift of the Nile, have left behind monuments and a lot of work of art that modern scientists are devoted to knowing about. Egyptians were an active community. They used to import foods, goods, religion, and ideas. Ancient Egypt was a whole mass of Sudan, Cyprus, Israel, Palestine, and Lebanon. Egypt was a world power, but they had competitors including Romans, Greeks, Persians. The most recent extraction of Egypt is the discovery of an ancient Egypt treasures tomb. This tomb is from the time of King Ramses II, and it is located in the south of Cairo, Egypt. This wall bearing paintings of men bringing animals as offerings and animals slaughtered. So far, only entrance area has been excavated, and this tomb was a symbol of status, and to carry a fully funded and wealth status of the tomb, animals were brought for offerings, and there could be a possible chance of treasure. Tutankhamun was another name that reaches our ears when we talk about Egypt. King Tutankhamun, or King Tut, was the last pharaoh of his family who ruled Egypt during the end of the 18th dynasty. To this date, Egyptologists haven't found anything more fascinating than Tutankhamun's tomb, but recently, Lost Golden City from ancient civilizations is discovered near Luxor. This city is estimated to be the largest city ever discovered, uncovered by the sand and dirt of the modern world. This city gave us a rare glimpse of how ancient Egyptians used to live. The thresh of life still flaunts in its dirt and wealth as well. As we all know, Egypt was a wealthy civilization, and within 3 weeks of the dig, the team witnessed a great architecture of mud and brick. Made walls dig also revealed numerous jewelry, colored pottery, and a lot more. Rooms are still filled with tools of daily life, and it's quite a sight to uncover untouched tombs filled with treasures. There is another finding that kept baffling archaeologists: the hidden chamber in the Pyramid of Gaza. Pyramids are one of the wonders of mankind, and their massive size contains a deep lake of mystery in it. The Giza pyramid has 3 main chambers, one for the king, another for the queen, and the last for an unfinished chamber called the hidden chamber. Inside the solid walls of the chamber, they found a big void approximately 30 to 40 meters in length, but the purpose of this chamber is still unknown to modern humans. There could be another tomb or treasure, but God knows the truth. Scientists are still struggling to find out what's inside the chamber. Egypt is so called for myths and tales which lie beneath its land coated under the fall of the kingdom. Ancient Egyptians worshipped dozens and dozens of gods and goddesses. And keep in mind, there are still followers of Egyptian myths and sayings. Unsaid Egyptian myths. Different ideas and thoughts which revolve around Egypt, and even to this date, this diverse and profound civilization is something we are all looking forward to knowing. The story of Re. According to the story of Re, every human comes from a single egg. Ra, the god of sun and fire, they used to believe in Ra, sail a boat daily. Well, now we know Egyptians were too. Cats were thought to be blessings. If you think your house is surrounded by evil spirits and diseases, bring the cat in your house, because according to ancient Egyptian civilization, worshiping cat was normal, and yes, it was the reason behind the cat heads on sculptures found from Egypt. The Book of Thoth. This book is believed to be the book which knows all, packed with profound knowledge and wisdom. It won't be wrong to call it the modern Bible. This book holds the wisdom of the gods of Egypt, and this sacred book was tucked away in the river of the Nile in a locked box, and is believed to be safeguarded by the serpents of the sea. This book was searched by many pharaohs, but they were all failed because this book was not meant for human hands. Hatshepsut. She was the first female pharaoh of Egypt. This is further evidence that Ra wished for a female pharaoh because he thinks that she will bring the world together. He believed that Thutmose's daughter will be the one who will become the first pharaoh. But this plan couldn't come to end because the mother died before the conception, and under the light of circumstances, Ra impregnated her mother's maiden via his divine birth. Tefnut. She was the wife of Shu, and Shu was the god of air and mother of Nut. And it's not the end. Later on, she was thought to become Earth. She was thought to be the first goddess created by Atum. She was depicted as a lioness, basically a woman with a lion head. If you know about Egypt, you must know Egyptian women were given a wide range of rights and freedom. The role of a mother or a wife was the primary role that prevailed in Egyptian society. Women walked by men and took part in perfume making, weaving. Some of them even owned businesses and own and sell property. Back in the time scale of 3200 BC, Egyptian dynasty lets women come in front of the court and present themselves as a witness as well. Both men and women were thought to have equal areas of expertise and were both respected as per their religious beliefs and social norms. Women were entertained with government ruling rights and more. An ancient civilization of Egypt surrounded around the River Nile, estimated to be 99 million or more in population, and back then one of the most populous nations in history of Arab. Lost under many untold stories and unknown truths still creeping out its way to reach the modern world and to be acknowledged. The world is still exploring, and so are we. To find more information about ancient Egypt and a lot more than this, subscribe to our channel. And make sure to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Also, smash the like button if this video amazed you.